Hello and welcome to the John's Jam Sessions podcast, hosted by me, John. Oh, hang on, do you hear that noise? Do you hear that noise? Sounds like sleigh bells on the roof.
Oh,
Can you hear that? Oh,
yeah, I can hear it.
something's come down the chimney. Oh my God, it's a letter. I don't know if the microphone will pick this up because it's a funnier noise, isn't it? It's a letter that's come down my chimney, come into my fireplace that definitely exists. Right, well, just open it up. Who could it be from? Oh God, I think it's from Santa. I think
Oh,
Santa's giving us a letter. Oh
wow.
my God. Right, let's read it. Dear John and Mike, ho ho ho. Sadly, I must inform you both that you are on my naughty list. Yes, I'm afraid that I will not stand for the slander against the new metal anthem, Down with the Sickness. However, I am a merciful, supernatural entity, and I will put you on the nice list if you submit yourselves to the torture, picking and reviewing your most hated and despised Christmas songs. Don't let me down. Love, Santa.
Wow.
We're
Ooh.
going to have to get to work then, aren't we?
Ooh, what a task.
It's luckily enough, funnily enough, this was actually the plan of the episode as it was anyway.
Yeah.
So we're quids in here, aren't we?
At least he's let us pick our own.
So if you haven't gathered from that cute bit, today's episode is our worst Christmas songs. I think before we start, we need to kind of talk about Christmas. Mike, are you Christmas coded? What's your thoughts on Christmas?
I was Christmas coded until I listened to this list of songs. This could possibly be worse than the worst songs of our youth. this list of songs made me hate Christmas single handedly.
I've always been quite Christmas coded, to be honest.
Yeah, so
All throughout my childhood, loved Christmas. Even there's like you know that kind of age where you start to like get out of it a bit, like teenage years. I was still big on Christmas.
yeah.
Even when I was an adult, even when I worked in retail, I still loved Christmas. And like for me, what I like about it is kind of the exclusivity of it. It's like this bizarre kind of social thing, cultural thing, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Where you watch certain movies that you don't watch at any point in the year.
Mm,
Like with Halloween, you watch horror films, but you'll still watch horror films in March. But
exactly.
no one's watching Elf in March, are they?
No.
No one's watching The Grinch. And again, like with films, there's music, Christmas music, this bizarre little circle in time, although it is expanding, people celebrating Christmas in November, which is a crime in my opinion.
Yeah.
But like this little kind of bubble where you only listen to like these types of songs for
Mm,
this certain thing, and they're very divisive, aren't they?
yeah,
Christmas songs, you either love them, hate them, or just about tolerate them.
It's its own genre, isn't it? A Christmas song is its own genre of music. Like if you listen to Slade or Wizard or whatever, and you listen to that, what genre would you call that? Because you can't call it rock and you can't call it pop. It's just Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
Christmas. That's the genre.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it seems to it like you have all the old timey stuff. You obviously have the more traditional Christmas, like the religious hymns, and then
Mm.
you have like the old timey or like jingle bells, jingle, which we'll be getting into,
Oh yeah,
and then you have like kind of from like the 60s, 70s onwards these kind of pop songs, don't you? Like they're made
yeah.
to be Christmas hits, and
Mm.
I think as we'll get down the list, we can kind of tap more into the kind of whole concept of Christmas and Christmas songs. But I think, like I said before, they're very divisive, aren't they? But I
Yeah,
think there's one thing that a lot of people agree on, and that is that some of these Christmas songs are just the worst things ever, aren't they?
yeah.
Like you hear them come on, and instantly you're just like, oh no, not this
Yeah.
fucking song.
Oh,
And
is it that time of year again?
yeah, so we've both picked five each, haven't we?
Yeah.
And we're going to go through them. And what a way to start! Typical of the podcast. We're starting this off with Korn. Yes, they have done a Christmas song. In fact, they've got at least three Christmas songs in total.
Wow.
Do you ever remember the other one where it was the night before
Do
Christmas?
remember that with the whispered vocals at the
Yeah,
start and the
and the
mouse.
sleigh. Do you remember that bit?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
God, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Wow, yeah.
and then they did a cover of The Nightmare Before Christmas's Kidnap the Sandy Claus.
Don't remember that.
You never heard that one? I'll have to play you that one at some point. But this one is Jingle Bells. My correction, Jingle Balls.
Lol.
This was kind of both of our picks, but we've put it down as my pick. So I guess I'll kind of kick this off. And oh my dear sweet baby Jesus, we're off to the races with this one. This was a song I was convinced was like the typical fake song that spread around by LimeWire. I remember the first time I heard this, and I thought, is this LimeWire playing tricks on me again? Is this like the classic? You know, we had the System of a Down, Legend of Zelda song that wasn't a System of a Down song.
Yeah.
You always had like, you know, when you went on LimeWire, it'd be like Korn plus Slipknot plus Aerosmith.
Yeah.
The Queen is damned, and you click on it and it'd just be like some complete random, because it doesn't. Although like you got to understand that back when I first heard it, it would have been on some shitty headphones on a shitty MP3 player, and to me, it didn't really sound like Korn because Jonathan Davis is doing this
death metal growls,
metal growls and stuff. Yeah, sadly, my hopes that this wasn't Korn was dashed when I actually found this song on an official Korn promotional EP called Korn Mixed Up that I found in CEX. And I remember looking on the back of it, and I think it was like track 1. I was like, oh my god, this is actually a real song. Korn actually did this song. I was pretty upset, to be honest. This song is, if for anyone who isn't aware of this song, it's a death metal cover of Jingle Bells.
But it's like, it's like doom metal. It's like slow, isn't
Yeah.
it? But it's got the death metal. It's for some reason it's got John Davis doing death metal growls, like a real
Jingle, Jingle Bells.
You know, like a real festive treat. I mean, that's what everyone wants, isn't it? A Christmas song by Korn. I doubt that many people even know that this exists, even Korn fans. I bet there's Korn fans out there that don't have a clue this exists.
No. As I say, I was convinced this wasn't real. I was convinced that this was just some LimeWire trickery once again. I mean, this song is utter jingle balls. From the bum notes and the crap improv of the classic Jingle Bells riff, instead of just being able to go down, 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 down. It's like, look, I think I've commented on like Monkey's guitar playing in the past and his guitar level and skill, but you know, I do like to hope. I do hope I give him benefit of the doubt that this was intentional.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's hitting bum notes and playing out of tune, and
it sounds terrible, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't it just sound like it sounds like someone's practicing, like a newbie is practicing in a guitar shop, doesn't it, for the first time and stuff, and the vocals. I just need to keep going. I just need to mention this John Davis pronunciation again. I don't know what year this song came out. I don't know whether it was around Untouchables time, but
I think this was well early.
Yeah.
The EP I got was pre-issues.
Yeah,
So it was definitely first 3 albums.
So it's like it's the jungle all the way. It's like who says way like that? Like, come on, just stop it.
The bit that gets me is the chorus, like the inaudible chorus. Is,
Yeah.
I don't know why. Oh, no.
Yeah. It's like they're dragging this out for much longer than it needs to be. Like, this could have just been like a 1 minute meme song, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Jingle Bells, the actual song, doesn't go on for 3-4 minutes, does it? It's like,
This is a reoccurring theme with this list and these songs, is like they seem to trap you in like a time vortex. I feel.
Yeah, there's some songs later in the list that really do feel like they drag. But this one's just it's painful to listen to. It's like you said, it's so amateurish in its performance. I understand that it's not meant to be taken seriously, but yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? Like why? Just why is the only question I have.
If you could have curated a Christmas song for Korn to cover, what song would you have picked for them? What song do you think they could have pulled off with some level of competency?
Oh dear. Oh god, that is a question. Well, not Jingle Bells. I don't know. I have to have a bit more time to think about that. What about you?
Maybe Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah, they could.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Could have just done that with a little skipping.
Southern had a lot of coin.
I can sort of see the skipping hip hop beat with these
slap bass.
Yeah, swanging.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Damn one foggy Christmas.
Yeah. I think that probably would have turned out better than this. This is just a mess.
A lump of coal in the sack for this one.
Yeah,
and then we move on. We're going from Korn to a member of the Beatles. Paul McCartney, Wonderful Christmas Time. This was your pick, wasn't it? Which, to be honest, I thought it may as well have just been mine as well.
Yeah.
So you kick off Paul McCartney's Wonderful Christmas Time.
God, I hate this song so much. Literally everything about it just makes me angry and ruins Christmas. It's pure cheese, isn't it? It's sickly, syrupy sweetness. Just makes me want to just throw up. It's just like the squelchy synth that kicks it off the, and it goes on, doesn't it, for the duration?
Yeah.
It doesn't relent for the whole track, and it's actually produced terribly. This song, like the dynamics are all over the place.
It's a mess, isn't it?
It's like when you're listening to it, it sounds like it's panning. It sounds like it's panning weirdly in your earphones, and it's like it flips between too loud and too quiet. It's grating on the ears. It's horrible.
Yeah. How the fuck can 3 minutes and 47 seconds feel like 3 hours? This is the edited version as well. I picked the edited version.
God.
I'm convinced this song is played on loop to Prisoners of War.
Yeah,
I'm convinced.
Yeah.
How this came from one of the Beatles, I'll never know. If an artist released this song today, it would warrant a hard drive search.
Well, I put more or less exactly that. If this wasn't Paul McCartney, this would never be considered a classic in a million years. No. It's because it's Paul McCartney. People think that we have to like cherish it as this classic, and no, I'm not. I refuse.
Yeah, like you said before, this song's biggest sin is that horrible, awful, stupid, overbearing synth effects. Like,
yeah.
It's the bit where it's just all playing together.
Oh my God.
It's like, you know what it's like? It's like the sound when you're in a year 8 music lesson in school and the teacher couldn't be arsed with the lesson.
Yeah.
So he just gave everyone a keyboard and you just messing with the effects. And everyone's just playing over each other. It's just fucking noise.
It's exactly
Each
that.
synth note pierces my skull. I hate it so much. So bad. I almost forget the shitty song that's playing in the background. This horrid noise.
We haven't even mentioned the worst part of this song yet, which is the ding dong.
Oh yeah, like ding dong, ding dong,
and it's a chorus of children that are going simply having wonderful Christmas time, and then it goes to this like a choir of, and then ding dong, ding dong. Oh my God! Like you said about the sort of torture method thing, it has that effect on it, doesn't it? Because it's like the ding dong, and it's like if you just click that bit.
It's just constantly playing.
It's chaos. It's chaos in all the wrong ways.
I mean, I know Paul McCartney was never the grit of the Beatles.
No, he wasn't.
He was never, the grain of it.
But even Wings was never this bad.
No, I mean, he did go on to do some pretty gack, like the frog chorus, and even in the Beatles, some of his lead songs are not the best, but like Jesus Wept, from one of the most influential human beings on the planet, especially when it comes to music, to come out with this, it's just an absolute crime. And the fact that this song is, as you say, cherished as a classic.
Well, that's it.
You're not going to go through December and not hear this song.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's just like the name Paul McCartney. Like he could have. I feel like he could have shat out anything. Like literally, he could have done Jingle Balls. He could have done Jingle Balls with the death metal vocals, and I bet it would be seen as a Christmas classic just because it's Paul McCartney.
Yeah, but another lump of coal goes straight into the sack.
I feel like we're not going to get many nice little treats in this sack.
No, I think at best maybe some songs that I look back on and go, well, maybe that wasn't too bad. Yeah. That is the best I can give this this list, because I think we really went all in. At least with Worst Songs on the Youth, there was some nostalgia behind them. There was some funniness and some memes. This is stuff that as soon as you hear it, you're just like, oh no.
Yeah.
Speaking of oh no, we have one of my picks, and this was a pick. This was to get at you. I wanted to get at you a bit for some of the things you've thrown at me in the past. And this is My Chemical Romance, back at it again with All I Want. Their cover of Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Dear God.
What could make this overplayed, cheesy slop even worse? My Chemical Romance playing it so messy and loose, I feel like it's oozing up my earbuds. This song is musical dog food. Like, my God, I am a big My Chemical Romance fan, and I feel bad that so far on this pod, they've had a bit of a bashing, and I want to rectify that at some point, but this was an awful move. Gerard Way comes across like he's eating all the chocolates out the advert advent calendar all at once, and he's sucked all the candy canes off the tree. He's got a sugar rush now. He's unable to focus on anything other than doing at least 5 different takes of the song all at once. It's like they're in the studio and they're like, how should we approach this song? What kind of approach and take should we do on this song? And he just turned around and went, yes.
Yeah. But it is, isn't it? It is very.
He just walked up to the mic and went, watch this, lads.
It is like unnecessarily chaotic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the backing instruments are needlessly busy. The little guitar lead is twiddling away, playing its own little melody. Like there's drum fills going mad, and Gerard, like you said, with the vocal acrobatics, it's headache inducing. It's like I know Mariah Carey is guilty of the vocal acrobatics when on her version, but it's just more unpleasant coming from Gerard Way, isn't it? It sounds like a really early My Chemical Romance song. It's very raw sounding.
It was 2005, so it was just after Three Cheers. Yeah, just after Three Cheers and just before Black Parade.
I thought this would have been pre Three Cheers, actually.
Yeah. I believe the version I listened to said 2005. Not sure, but I do remember the first time I heard this song. I was exposed to it by having it being sent to me via MSN from my girlfriend at the time, and she was being all cute, going, "Oh, here's a song for you," and all that. And to be honest, I just didn't have the heart to tell her that it was the worst fucking thing I'd ever heard. Even back then, even in in my youth when I was listening to Violent Delight, I Wish I Was a Girl, I thought this song was bloody awful. I listened to it once, just sat there on my computer with Habbo Hotel in the background. I just kind of sat there and was like, That was definitely a song that's definitely just played, and I've definitely just heard it.
That was definitely a song about Christmas. That's the best thing you can say about it. Well, I didn't know that this existed. Like you said, I had no idea.
Not a lot of people do. Like going back to the Korn one, I think this has been hidden away. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think this is deep My Chem lore that not even the.
I can imagine the fans wouldn't want to bring this one out from under the tree.
No,
very often.
You've got to be a hard stand to appreciate this. I mean,
the biggest complaint I can have about this is that it just doesn't need to exist, does it?
No.
Like nobody was asking for a My Chemical Romance Christmas song, not even the fans, let alone a cover of a Christmas song that already exists. It's like nobody wanted it, nobody asked for it. Why? Again, why?
Going back to the Korn thing, what song do you reckon they could have covered and maybe pulled off with some kind of like with them being an emo band? Like what's a more melancholic, sadder Christmas song? How do you reckon they would have tackled Wham's Last Christmas?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
no, because that's nice and lovely and slow, that isn't it?
Well, like Fairy Tale of New York, like they could have maybe done a version of that, couldn't they? Like
they could have done that with
some ballad type.
Yeah, it could have been like Sierra All the Way and fucking Brendan Urie.
Yeah.
Or Fallout Boy, something like that, like a duet kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could have worked, that. But yeah, absolute stinker.
It's poor, yeah.
Rotten turkey, dry, not moist.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
This is definitely the Miss Brown's Boy Christmas special of songs, isn't it? And then we get back into one of your picks, and this is, oh my God, Destiny's Child, 8 Days of Christmas. Explain away.
Okay, let me just get something out of the way nice and early. And this is on record now. This is before the list comes out, right? I am a certified disliker of B Diddy. I think she's shit. I think her music's shit. I think Lemonade's shit. Destiny's Child was shit. I'm just getting that out there.
Why are you calling her B Diddy? I don't get the reference.
I don't think I can go into that in too much detail.
Has she got some kind of connection to the baby oil mafia, has she?
Well, yeah, you've seen me reaction.
Right, okay.
So basically, this is the first song on the list that isn't about the magic of Christmas, family time, and all the...
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
This is pure materialism, isn't it, this song? Diamond belly rings, Mercedes, expensive clothing. Every so often there's like a little token gesture thrown in about like a candlelit dinner with my honey and all that sort of stuff, but we see through your fakeness, B Diddy. We see through it. It's so unbelievably early 2000s, this song, isn't it? Like, it stinks of the year 2002. It couldn't have come out in any other era. It's what is it, like this little sort of novelty R&B type thing?
Yeah, with the 12 days of Christmas mixed in, like on the 8th day of Christmas, my honey gave to me a brand new Cadillac, sexy baby.
That's it. It's just like
it's that little bit. La-ba-da-da-da-da-da, Christmas, da-da-da-da-da, so sexy.
It's always annoyed me, this song, so
Yeah,
much.
and there's that, doesn't it feel like Christmas?
Yeah, it's
Doesn't it feel like
trying to
Christmas?
get the little R&B groove going
Mm,
on, like, and it's shallow, isn't it?
yeah,
It's not good.
so
What did you think of this? What has take it you've heard this song before?
I have heard this song
Yeah,
before. I am aware of this song. Destiny's Child, The 8 Days of Christmas, brings Christmas songs kicking and screaming into the early 21st century, I guess. A song that's probably set feminism back by at least 50 years. I mean, besides it being Paulie Aids 2000's crappy R&B song, this song is a lot more wholesome than it comes across. A man may spoil their rotten, but to be fair, he also writes her poems and cooks her favourite dinners, like you said. A reoccurring theme I'm getting on this list is like how messy Christmas songs are. And, like they're like lazy, and it's like the
Mm.
thing is that I like about Christmas is it's kind of like you have that attitude where you're just like, oh, fuck it off. It's Christmas.
Yeah,
I'll worry about that in the new
yeah.
year. And it feels like that with these songs where like, I'll just fucking shit out a Christmas song, whatever.
It's got the word Christmas in it, so
Yeah,
people will buy it.
it'll give us royalties for the rest of our life. Just
Mm.
does it have to be good? No.
No, it doesn't.
Like,
It doesn't have to bring anything new to the table either. You can just completely recycle 12
yeah.
Days of Christmas jingle, can't you?
As you said, there's just too much going on at all times. It feels like 3 or 4 separate songs that you've got on the 12th day of Christmas, my honey gets me, and then you've got like the like the Destiny's Child. They were like basically like weren't they like some kind of industry plant like that were
Yeah.
propped up by Beyonce's dad,
Well,
and that's why she was given like the kind of like the lead role
well, do you know
of the trio,
like,
wasn't she?
like when I use like B Diddy jokingly and stuff like that, like genuinely, she basically owns the music industry. Her and Jay-Z, they basically run it.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not surprising, is it, that like it's yeah, I don't know, man. Like it's something I've never. There's always been something off about her that I've never liked, but
Mm.
the more and more stuff I'm sort of seeing about what's been coming out, especially with like people who have been connected to the likes of P Diddy and stuff, don't know that the more I look into it, the more I'm inclined to
Yeah.
believe that she's not a great
I
person.
remember hearing like an interesting thing that someone said once, where they said if all Beyonce's discography just disappeared overnight, like I wonder how long it would take the world to clock on that it had.
Exactly.
Because like yeah, honestly, like it's weird because as you say, she is this kind of almost like shadowy figure, like the shadowy elite. But how often in your life does a Beyonce song
No, but
like come into rotate, like come out on the rate? Besides Crazy in Love,
yeah.
and like she had a few bangers in the mid 2000s. To be fair,
Not only that, but I also look at like who's influenced by her. Like I don't hear a direct Beyonce influence in popular music. I feel like she was very derivative. She's always been very derivative herself.
I'd say the closest was Rihanna, but even she's like kind of like
Even then,
no.
even then, she could just be influenced by the R&B artists of the mid-90s, like
Speed of the whole
Mary J. Blige and the likes and stuff like that. So I don't feel that Beyonce ever did break any new ground in music, like ever.
No.
But yeah, again, going back to this song, it is like you said, it's phoned in, isn't it? It's shat out. It's lazy. It's bad.
Bad stinker Brussels sprout.
Oh no! I disagree.
You stand the Brussels sprout?
I am a Brussels sprout
Oh no,
fan,
I've never enjoyed the Brussels sprout.
Yeah,
I'm not Brussels sprout coded. I don't Brussels sprout max when I'm having my Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
Next song, Elton John, and he's going to show up again. Don't worry. Step into Christmas. To be honest, on reflection, this isn't the worst song ever, but it certainly isn't the fucking best, is it?
No.
It's just that frantic chorus that like winds me up. Like I did do Christmas and retail, like I said earlier on at the beginning of the episode, and this was always like the song that when it came on, it would just annoy and frustrate me. Step into Christmas, step into Christmas. But what I want to ask you, I want to know if other people clock onto this, because every time I hear it, it drives me mad. It's like it triggers some primal rage inside me, and I'm just going to ask you, what is that noise? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I didn't have any notes about a particular.
There's a certain noise in the song, and it kind of plays after the chorus. And how can I describe it? It sounds like something off like you said the other week, Mr. Blobby.
Yeah.
It goes like. It's like this weird, like, I can't do it too high because the mic won't pick it up. It'll be in the edit, but it goes
Oh,
right before it goes back into the verse. And, like, every time I hear it, I'm like, what the fuck? Like who, like, in charge of the production and mix for chuck that in there?
do you reckon it was like a
That's
little
what
piano?
this.
Do you reckon it was like a little piano flurry?
It's like a little. It's a synthy thing,
Right.
but it sounds like it's like
Mm.
it's like that one you can pick up, but
Yeah.
it's such like a weird. You know what? Like I can just always edit this out. I've got to fucking
Yeah.
play the bit, you know.
Oh, I've got yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
it's just skip back. I got up to fucking add it on the.
Oh God, yeah. Oh,
Hear it?
oh, it's weird. That's like an alien weird. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, yeah.
So like none of that's going to pick up on the mic. So that's a lot of editing for me. But did you know what that
Yeah,
noise?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
What is that noise?
Don't know. Like,
I've always heard that noise, and it drives me up the fucking wall.
sounds like a transmission from like an alien, doesn't
For-
it? That's
for
like,
anyone-
trying to communicate
Yeah.
with planet Earth.
For anyone not aware of it, go to about 3 minutes and 20 in the song,
Yeah.
and it goes.
Yeah.
It's just so I don't understand it. It drives me mad.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's good.
It
good
drives me up the fucking wall.
I didn't know anything about that, but
You
this-
will now.
oh God,
It's
yeah.
there now.
This is the first song on the list that I'm not entirely fully on board with it being on here. I don't think it should be in the same company as the songs that we've talked about already. You know what I mean? I find that chorus a little bit catchy, to be honest. It's not an amazing song, like you said. It just doesn't offend me an awful lot. I just think it belongs in that very large bucket of Christmas songs that just exist and they're just there. They're just
Yeah.
Christmas songs.
Tolerable.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't think it's anywhere near as bad as the Paul McCartney one. If we're talking about classic Christmas songs that get reeled out all the time, I find it hard to dislike or be annoyed by Elton's voice. I do think he has a great singing voice, and he's a great performer, isn't he?
Yeah.
That being said, it's very, very generic. The lyrics could just be swapped out for any of the bog standard Christmas songs like Wizard and Slade, and it'd essentially be the same song. It didn't anger me, this song. It's bringing nothing interesting really to the table, though. It's like you said, it's one of the tolerable ones for me. I suppose now that I'm aware of that, whatever that squelching weird sound is,
It's horrible, isn't
Suppose
it?
I'm-
It's horrible.
I'll hear that every single time.
Yeah.
I won't be able to unhear that now.
I just remember hearing it over the speakers in Morrison's when I worked there.
Yeah.
And like you'd just be there at the kiosk, like, you know, someone going, "Oh, I'll 21 bet and Butland and put £2 on the lucky dip," and I just remember hearing that.
I'll be
I was-
checking outside for UFOs, mate. Panicking. Fucking hell.
It's so weird, isn't it?
What's on here?
Bizarre.
Yeah.
All right, well, maybe this song gets a redemption then. Maybe this song is the shitty plastic thing you get in the Christmas cracker. There you go.
Yeah.
That's something for you, isn't it?
It's the paper hat that they make you put on for your dinner.
Yeah,
Christmas.
and you all crack the crackers open, and you're like, "Oh, I got a nail clipper. Oh, I got
Yeah.
a tiny screw," and you like all sit there and you think to yourself, "Was should we even get these next year?
Yeah.
Is there any point to this?" But it's tradition, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's going to be played, isn't it? Then we get into another one of your picks, and we've got the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Justin Bieber with Mistletoe. So please tell me, I've got something to say about this song, but you go ahead first.
So this did anger me. Like, this song is worse than I remember it being. Like, was this kid another psyop like Jessie J sent to, like, anger the general public and cause riots on the streets
Well,
and
it's
division?
interesting that, isn't it? I mean, it's a subject all on its own,
Yeah.
so we might put a bookmark in that, but the hatred of Justin Bieber in the late thousands, early tens was something to be studied. To be fair.
Yeah. I know. I mean, like, he didn't do himself any favors, did he? I mean, you've got this song where he's throwing around the word shorty, like shouty. Oh, like why? Like, what does that have to do with Christmas? Like, shouty with you? Like, you're the whitest kid on planet Earth, and you're throwing shorty around, like, trying to be like bloody Usher, who, I don't know.
Well, that was like his mentor, wasn't it?
Usher was. It's bloody Usher's fault that this song exists. He's really not a good singer, is he? Like,
No.
from a technical standpoint, he's actually really bad. Like, you can hear how limited his vocal range is on this song. He was trying to do the vocal acrobatics,
Very breathy, isn't he?
but he's getting this far off the floor, like, with the vocal acrobatics. Like, he sounds like he's just warbling the... It's like, yeah, there's no range there. Why are you trying to lag us that there's range? Why are you trying to, like, just it's warbling. It's also quite weird having this 15-year-old becoming so like hypersexualized, isn't it? Like a song about kissing under the mistletoe and stuff.
Again, this is something that really needs like a subject of its own. The Justin Bieber, because it
Yeah,
was such a bizarre kind of zeitgeist
yeah,
in the music. Like it was like again obvious kind of industry plan. Obviously, like put out there, he was like a like a sex symbol
yeah.
for teenage girls. But there was so much weirdness around him. Like certain people you mentioned before, which again
Yeah,
I'm not really super comfortable getting
no, yeah, yeah.
into certain names on this podcast, but there's lots of footage that's come out more
Mm,
recently of like the treatment of Justin Bieber
mm.
from older female celebrities,
I can
like
fully
Katy Perry,
imagine.
like squeezing his ass and then like grabbing him and fucking tugging him about and shit like that. And
Yeah, yeah.
you can kind of see on the kid's face
Mm,
that he was quite uncomfortable, and
yeah, you
the
would.
hatred was all targeted at him. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, he was just a kid that got a lucky break. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, no, I know.
It was the you know what I mean. It was the industry and everything else
Like you
that
said, he was the latest in a long line of child stars, wasn't he? At the
Mm.
time that basically that they get.
he was another sacrificial lamb
Yeah,
pushed
yeah,
out to
yeah,
the
yeah,
slaughter.
definitely.
To be fair, I'm surprised that he's in as good of a state as he's in now, really, because
Yeah,
this could have led into a lot of darker territory. But as I say, we'll put a pin in that because I definitely want to get into that whole era and the whole Justin Bieber
mm,
like phenomenon further down the line
yeah, definitely.
on the show. But one thing I'm going to say about the song, there's one thing I can definitely say this song is, and that is plagiarized.
Yeah.
Do you know what the song is?
Does it sample some? Does it sample another song? 'Cause I
I
never
think it's
clicked on.
straight up a copy of, and I'm going to sing it now. I won't
Oh yeah,
hesitate no more,
Jason Mraz.
no more.
Yeah,
This cannot wait.
under the
I'm
mistletoe.
yours.
Yeah,
It's got the
right.
it's got the guitar part. Even when the Christmas bells are playing in the background are doing the melody, it's going ding, 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 ding. I was
Yeah,
listening to it going, this is just plagiarism.
oh no,
This is
you're
just
right.
straight
Yeah,
up a plagiarized song.
oh, that's a song that I forgot existed. Jason Mraz, "I'm Yours."
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, it's a really good observation. That
Yeah.
yeah,
Other than that, this was my first exposure. Hooray! And then I said, "Wait, isn't this the song I'm Yours?" It is.
yeah.
It's just that. I don't think the Bieber hatred was. I do think the Bieber hatred was a little over the top, but the song certainly does the kid no favors.
Yeah.
Typically overproduced, overlays all the trappings of a crap cheesy pop song is here, and then I just put shorty
Yeah,
like you, like just such a bizarre kind of like
yeah, like it doesn't need to be like shorty with you, like all right, like darling with you, or like
baby with
yeah,
you.
baby with you, or like thing you be a Destiny's Child, use the sort of honey with you and
Honey,
stuff like that. Like you could have picked any like noun you wanted, like shorty, like
I don't think it
darling.
would fly in 2024. I'll tell you that much.
Like you
As
said
if
about
some
Jessie
little
J.
white kid came out with some song and
Sure,
was
yeah.
throwing shorty and all that. I think it would cause
No,
a bit
no.
of a stink. To be fair,
Like
like
you said, it's like you said with Jessie J and the sort of like Mandem and all that, and doing the audio blackface. It's audio blackface, isn't it?
yeah,
And it's a song that doesn't have any, like you said, it's a song that doesn't have any links to R&B or hip hop or like black art form. It's just a very white song by a very white singer. Why
yeah,
has it got the word shorty in it? Like it pecked me out a bit. Apart from that, this song is terrible.
yeah. This song is like the boiler breaking down on Christmas Day, and
Oh
there's
yeah,
nothing you can do about it.
no
And
yeah,
it's you know what I mean. You're screwed, and it's gonna ruin the whole day.
yeah, yeah,
But this next one, I think this takes the fucking cake.
yeah.
This. So next, one of my picks, we've got Lad Baby, whoever or whatever the hell that is. Ed Sheeran and Elton John. He's back again. This time in a much older, washed up, rotten form
Yeah.
than we had from him before. Like Jesus the baby, fucking Christ, oh my god! Like the first thing I have to bring up on this is the auto tune. Like, oh my god, this is like an 808s era Kanye West song. Elton John's auto tune effects it just must have had the mixing desk smoking. Like, I can just imagine the whole studio was just like little flames were coming out of all the speakers and everything
Yeah,
because like they just put that auto tune right up to max, absolute right up to max.
yeah.
I don't know what it is with like charity raises and charity funders and leaders of charities and stuff, but why does it attract the biggest cunts on the planet?
Yeah,
Like Who the fuck are this lad baby? Like, look, until this list, I had heard this song before, but until this, I'd managed to stay as far away from this whole lad baby thing
Same,
as I possibly had. But I know that they've had at least the last two. Well, not last year, but in recent years, they've had at least like two Christmas number ones, and they've all been like these stupid little, cute little memes of sausage rolls, funny. Sausage rolls, random
banter.
banter,
It's like banter culture, isn't it? But like you, I heard this name in passing for quite a while, but honestly, I've been scared to look up what it is. This lad baby. At no point did I ever feel like, oh, lad baby, that's something that might appeal to me. Like, I listened to
the
this
name
song.
alone.
Yeah,
it feels like it's got some association with like the Lad Bible.
Lad Bible, yeah.
That's something else I just despise with a burning, flaming passion.
Well, it is clearly that, though, isn't it? It's clearly
Lad Bible coded.
It's
sausage rolls, Greggs.
It's basically banter culture from 2013 in the form of music, isn't it? And I listened to this song, and this was the first time I'd ever listened to this song, and it was what I expected. It was just, honestly, like, it was exactly everything I expected it to be. Like, sausage roll, haha, random lols, bants, lads on tour, I guess you could call it. Just like...
It screams a man who thinks he's funny, but he's so desperately not funny. And the only person that like props him up and makes him believe this facade that he's funny is his wife. And to be honest, these
his mates as well. Like, I think he has a group of mates who are all exactly the same as him.
But he's like, hey lads, I had a sausage roll for tea. Hey, bloody hell, Greg.
He's dropped
that's funny, isn't it? Like, food for the impoverished. Yeah, very funny.
Do you know
the irony of the song being a charity single for like, poverty and stuff, singing about sausage rolls, which is like, this is why I think this is just some Tory psyop. You know what I mean? This is like some government psyop to just belittle the poor and the needy, and it's like
what this guy reminds me of, what this song reminds me of is I picture in my head a very specific person. I picture a person who is in his maybe mid-30s, maybe like our age.
Yeah,
I just picture someone like that who is wearing a Christmas jumper. That says, "Merry Christmas, you filthy animal." And he thinks that that's hilarious. He thinks that that's like, look at this for an edgy Christmas jumper.
He goes on Facebook and he goes, watching Die Hard because it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah. It's like
unoriginal,
like you said,
creative, just boring, blandest, stupidest idiot. Like
an NPC. It's an NPC song, isn't it? And it's like, it's 2013, isn't it? It just stinks of 2013, the year.
Like, they're a couple and there's like this woman in it as well, and she's like cackling in the background and she in the song. And he just screams to me, the couple that are always asking for a third. He screams to me, like, when they have nights away in the hotel, he's sat in the corner chair.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you catch my drift, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But, like, I mean, of course Ed Sheeran's involved in this. Of course he is. Why wouldn't he be?
But where's Ed Sheeran got the auto-tune on? He's the only one there that can actually sing. Like, I will give Ed Sheeran some credit. I will give Ed Sheeran props. He has got a voice. He can sing.
He can sing.
Elton John used to be able to sing. He clearly fucking can't now. He's like, the microwave and the sausage rolls for Christmas time.
But you know,
it's like Elton, mate. Come on, you did fucking, you know what I mean? You did your song. You did, I guess that's why they call it the blues. You did Tiny Dancer. Elton John, just retire, sit there with your millions and be a moody cunt like you've always been known to be. Like,
but do you know what I'm saying about Ed Sheeran being involved in this song? And when I said before about Lad Baby and his group of mates all at the pub, where he's spilling pints, Ed Sheeran is one of the mates.
He is one of the mates.
Ed Sheeran's the guy that comes back from the bar with a tray of Jaeger bombs that nobody asked for, and it's like, he's off his head, isn't he? He's off his head, Ed.
Ed Sheeran goes out and exclusively drinks blue WKD.
yeah.
Ed Sheeran palm reads as a tactic for pulling.
Oh, I can't.
Ed Sheeran reads. He does fucking astrology. Well, if you've got a newspaper, Ed Sheeran goes, pass it over there, and he goes straight to the fucking horoscopes.
Do you know what?
And he asks you your star sign, and then he'll go, "Oh, you're coming into a bit of money this week."
Do you know what? Right, we have done too much Ed Sheeran on this podcast, man.
We have, which is what, two or three times.
Three times.
Three times.
I feel like I have. Yeah, I feel like I have maxed out my Ed Sheeran-ness. Like, I can't do it anymore. But yeah, it's a good choice of a song because it's so bad. It's possibly the worst song on this list. Really is. It's possibly the worst song on this entire list.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking bad. I mean, it's one of them. It's like the mask of charity to try and excuse this just absolute awful, fucking
Yeah.
horrible shit. I mean, this
Virtue
song
signaling.
is an Ed Sheeran Elton John song.
Hmm.
It was like "Merry Christmas, everyone," and
Right.
then fucking the last lad babies jumped on it and they've done a cute, funny sausage roll one.
Sausage
They were
rolls.
all in their Christmas jumpers, and then after that, they were like, "Hey, well, go on, let's all watch Home Alone." You know,
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Not good.
I think I've attacked demographics here with this song. But yeah,
Oh god.
they all are them person.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
They all are just that person. You know what I mean? They're the type of people who get like a Grinch cardboard cutout, put it in their window.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Oh my god.
Next song. One of your picks. We've got Boney M. For fuck's sake, Mary's boy child. Go on, go on about Mary's boy child.
So, oh right, this is the first reference to what Christmas is actually supposedly about.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? The
No, no
first
one,
religious.
yeah, but no one really does think about the birth of the baby Jesus, do they? But
No.
anyway, so it's like a hymn, isn't it? The Mary's Boy Child, I think it's originally a hymn that's
Mhm.
been given on this song a completely nonsensical
Reggae.
Caribbean
Yeah.
dance hall ish beat behind it, and it's like the best adjective to sum this song up is annoying. Just everything about it is annoying.
Yeah.
Like this little steel drum rolls, the overly chirpy vocal melody. I'm sure this song is supposed to be like contemplative and slow and stuff. And I just don't like the Mary's boy child and we're all having a little dance
Jesus
and a
Christ.
boogie and stuff.
He arrived on Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day.
There's
So
like,
God.
not to derail too much, but there's like currently like there's some memes going around of like like Melania
Yeah.
Trump's wife, and there was like this leaked audio of her like kicking off about the Christmas decorations. She's like, "I have to prepare for Christmas, and who gives a fuck about Christmas?"
Yeah, it reminds me of that. Yeah. And it goes on forever, doesn't it? This
It
song.
does. It's another time vortex,
Yeah.
and it's just another time vortex.
It
I
feels like
feel like I'm there in the desert on that donkey
yeah.
with cuckold Joseph and Mary, just traveling through the fucking horrible desert all the way to fucking Bethlehem, just to be told, go and fucking hang out in that fucking haystack over there.
Getting
Ain't
that
got room
done
for
over
you,
there.
you fuckers.
So I've not got much more to say about it. It's not good.
Yeah,
It's so annoying. It's so annoying. Like when it comes on, it's one of them songs very much like the Paul McCartney one that I just want it to go away. I just want to escape it. I just want to turn it off. It's not like so much as like your standard Christmas song, like a Wham! Last Christmas or a Slade or a Wizard or
mm,
even like the Elton John song that you put on here before. It's not like one of them songs that I can tolerate being on. This is one of them songs that I just, oh, please get me away from it.
it's really like Christmas party coded, isn't it?
Yeah,
If Ed Sheeran and Lad Baby were there, they'd be like getting up, going, "Come on, guys, let's have
yeah.
a day, he's boys," and they'd be there like
Wedgie and
arms around each other, like wedgie in each other, they'd have the Christmas hats on. You know what I mean? They'd be like, "Hey, Ed Sheeran
yeah.
have gravy down his Grinch Christmas jumper."
Lad baby have his tie tied round his head.
Yeah, getting a bit loose, getting a bit
Yeah.
crazy.
Top three buttons on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, giving it a bit of
Inappropriately, like being a bit too touchy
yeah,
with the girls and that.
gyrating. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Or for banter, he's gyrating on the older women. Like, well, look at this, lads.
Yeah, that's it. Oh,
Yeah,
that's another typical, like just like,
yeah.
"Hey, I'm funny on
I'm
it."
gonna pull a milf here. Look at me. Yeah. So again, we've gone back to Lad Baby somehow. We've gone back to Lad Baby, but I'll hand it over to you to discuss Mary's Boy Child.
Well, like you said, it's our first actual religious song on the list. This is so old music coded, so outdated, poorly aged, completely unenjoyable slop. Probably the song I have the least to say, and that's pretty much it, to be honest.
Yeah.
As you say, it's just Mary's boy child, Jesus Christ, arrived on Christmas Day. And it's just like, do 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 to Bethlehem.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh God. I don't think Boney M have ever contributed much to the planet Earth.
No.
Maybe Daddy Cool, but
Rasputin.
yeah, well, no, that's alright. I hate that song.
Yeah, it's better than this crap. It's better than this crap.
Yeah, this is just shite. We'll move on, and we're going old school with this. This is one of my picks,
Oh.
and it's The Wombles, A Wombling Merry Christmas, and okay, I got the song wrong. Originally, it was what's the collab they did? Was it with Slade or Wizard? With
Oh,
I
wish it could be
wish
Chris.
it could be a Wombling Merry
Do you know
Christmas.
what? That's what I was thinking it was going to be when I put
That's
it
what I
on.
thought as
Yeah.
well, but I picked the wrong song. But fuck it, this is actually 100 times worse. I found out.
It's bad, isn't it?
No wonder boomers are so unhinged and getting tricked by like AI and GTA 5 footage on Facebook. Like, if this shit was their upbringing, if this is what they would put in front of their like radiated TVs to watch when there wasn't a blackout. I mean, what on God's earth is a womble? Is it a badger?
God, the only note I've got on this is what is wombling? Well, I hear it referenced a lot in this song, but it's never fully established what it is. Like, how do I have a wombling Christmas? How do I womble in the snow? Like, what's the criteria?
It's
Like,
that thing that irritates me of like kids things, like you know when you watch a film and it's like they're all dogs and it's like, oh, I've got to go to the dog supermarket, and it's like, well, I don't go to the human shop, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
when you drive past the shop and it says like Pet World, and you're like, well, this is a pet world. We live in a pet world. Like, you don't have a place called like Asda isn't called Human World, is it? You know what I mean? The fucking this is what I hate about Wombles. Like they're all like, oh, I've got some Womble mail. Let's eat the Womble toast, and it's like it's just uncreative and stupid, isn't it? Like you're like, oh, we're having a Wombling Christmas. Did you have a good Christmas this year, Steve? Yeah, I had a very human Christmas. I was really humaning this Christmas.
So I don't know. Like, it's just why? Like, what is wombling in the snow? So you can womble in the snow.
Is it like it's like the way they walk because they're like
So if that so you're wombling through the snow, but then you're also having a wombling Christmas. What is it? The same thing? Is it like the word there, and there? Do they mean different things?
is it like a religion? Are they like a religious sect? Is it like I had a Christian Christmas? I had a Wombling Christmas. They do things a bit different in Womble Town.
So who's the Jesus Christ of the Wombles? Womblers.
I would like to think. I've got very vague recollections of the Wombles. I do remember them existing. I remember them like showing up in pantos, and like I remember like my dad going, "Oh, that's the Wombles. They're great, them." So, all right, Dad. So was the Cold War.
I did the only I obviously we never grew up. We never grew up with the Wombles.
They were there. I
Oh.
do remember them being around.
Yeah, we never grew up with the Wombles, but we always knew of the Wombles. We always knew
Yeah.
about them. But I didn't sit there and watch the Wombles because it wasn't. I've said the word Wombles so many times that it doesn't sound like a real word. But it was never on the telly, was it?
No.
But how did we know about it? Because
They show up for like pantomimes and stuff.
yeah,
Because they were like, oh, we can't get the rights for the fucking Teletubbies because they're bigger than like we grew up in the 90s. They're massive at the moment. Like we definitely can't get Pokemon. We definitely can't get Extreme Dinosaurs. Oh, get the Wombles in, get Trumpton in, or remember what was that
Trumpton,
fucking
yeah.
that was horrible. Get fucking Brom in and
oh my god, yeah,
the Thunderbirds. Fucking hell.
it's tickled me that.
Yeah.
The Wombles.
Back onto this song for a little bit. The guitar picking is giving me a pissing headache. It just makes me want to punch a hole in the wall. If I ever came across a family of Wombles, I'd happily kill them. I mean, they were a whole band, didn't they? They went on tour and stuff.
That gap of silence there, that's me laughing because I can't breathe.
Like they had tour. Have you seen the little picture on Spotify where he's got the guitar?
Do you know what? I was thinking that they did do other music, didn't they?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a Wombles album somewhere.
The whole Wombles discography
of Wombles originals.
I'm getting them up on their Spotify now. And they have 25,000 monthly listeners. The biggest hit is Wombling Merry Christmas. Second to that is the Wombling song. And then there's Remember You're a Womble. So you've got to be aware that you've got to remember. And then after that is the Wombling song again, TV version.
Remember
and then the fifth most popular Womble song is Banana Rock. And they've got oh my god, how many albums they've got?
Jesus Christ.
They've got, I think, right, this is discography. I don't care. We're on this now. We've got Wombling songs from 1973.
1973.
And then their sophomore album, Remember You're a Womble, from 1974. In 74, they released 2 albums. They were like the Beatles. And then they keep on wombling. And then 1975, this is obviously their kind of like troubling, middling period. We've got Super Wombling.
Is this where they were trying to go a bit more experiment?
Yeah. And then you've got
yeah.
then you've got kind of like the comeback in 78, trying to get back to their roots with Wombling Free. And then that's it. They obviously must have split up in the late 70s, but they reunited in 2011 for the W Factor. I'm guessing that's the Womble Factor.
What
And
the hell?
and then the last thing they brought out was in 2022, the Wombles 4-album box set.
I have no memory of that reunion. None at all.
No, I must have missed that when they played the legendary slot on there.
Oh my god, yeah.
On Glastonbury. There'll be old people now going absolutely mad. I love the fucking Wombles. It was the best thing when I wasn't dying of asbestos. Right, next song. One of your picks.
God.
We've got Kylie Minogue, Santa Baby. Oh, fucking hell.
So we're going with a sexual Christmas song now, which is just what we needed. Like Christmas, a holiday for kids. Santa, fictional character made for kids. And it's a big fat old man with a beard. It screams sex appeal, doesn't it?
I mean, I've got to be honest. For the record, I do like sex quite a lot.
Yeah, but
I've never. Yeah, I agree. I've never understood this. Like, let's make Christmas sexual. Like, it is a bit like
Santa.
No, come on, Christmas is family time. Have a big dinner.
It's a bit sort of creepy and weird. Like sometimes, like when you sort of like if you're on the internet, let's just say, and you end up browsing a site, and you end up sometimes your curiosity gets the better of you, doesn't it? And you end up in the weird part of the site.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is like the sort of thing that you would see, isn't it? Santa sexually sliding down the chimney, but he's 35 stone.
Yeah.
Kylie Minogue is in the corner of the room in sort of like whatever,
like in the Christmas present, like bow tie over the tits,
and she sort of uncrosses her legs, and then Santa's there, and he's like, "Oh, this is a bit distracting."
Have you been naughty? Have you been nice?
That's what it reminds me of. It's just creepy, and it's just like, and I can't help but wonder about the logistics of this. Like, is he not in a rush? Do you not think? Like, I'm sure he'd love to stop for 10 minutes or however long it takes him and indulge in a bit of Kylie Minogue, but does he not have other stuff on? Well, I mean, like
I listened to the lyrics because as soon as this came on, like I am aware of this song, but okay, I put this on and I thought the same thing as you, like, oh god, this is the sexy song, isn't it? You know what I mean? But as the lyrics are going on, like she just wants shit off him. She's just like, oh, get us a car, get us a new car, Santa, get us this fucking diamond ring, Santa. Again,
she keeps referring to him as Santa Cutie and Santa Baby, and then she does say, come and trim my Christmas tree.
Yeah, that's the bit, isn't it? Where you're like, what?
That made me sit up and take notice. Again, it be considered a bad song. I mean, it is a bad song.
Well, yeah.
I think there's bad intentions behind this song more than anything.
I'm sorry to sound uncultured, but I just hate this old timey swing shit.
Yeah,
like I've never had any time for it, unfortunately. And this song is so irritating and annoying. It's not sexy. Like if this came on, like if the missus put this on to me, I'd be like, sorry, love, not tonight. I'm tired. I've got a headache.
It's not.
Again, why is it a woman singing again means a reading like possession obsessed? It's doing no favors, is it? It's just playing into the stereotype and the misogyny of it, and it's like, oh god, yeah. It's just it's another time vortex as well. It just goes on to forever and ever and ever. Santa baby,
it's like we got the message
and stuff my turkey for free with me. And
it's like we got the message in the first verse.
Yeah, you wouldn't fuck him.
It out.
Nice.
Didn't need to drag it out. So yeah, again, unnecessary. Just why Kylie Minogue, like. At the time when this came out, Kylie Minogue would have been like sort of huge pop star.
Yeah. This isn't an original song, is it? This is a cover, isn't it? I believe it's an old timey. There was a lot of weird songs back then when they're like, "Baby, it's cold outside," and you know what I mean. It's just a bit like, especially with this again with this kind of swing music, this Frank Sinatra stuff. Like, it's not as suave and classy as
it's not. No.
It's kind of been made out to be, as it? You know what I mean?
As the instrumentation would have you believe. It's not, is it?
It's quite sleaze and horrible. Really, I'm not here for it, to be honest.
Same,
And then we get into my final pick, which is Band Aid. Do They Know It's Christmas? But with a twist. the new 2024 Ultimate Mix.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty to say about the original. I mean, it's a classic, it's iconic, it's catchy,
Mm,
but there's also everything infuriating about celebrities and their god complexes and irritable lecturing preachiness.
yeah.
But how can we make the song more soppy, overloaded, and crap? Well, here's the answer: a mix of all three different versions with various artists. Some of them, like Ed Sheeran, again coming up again, is spoken out against their use and even want their use in this mix. So
Mm,
that's good, isn't it?
yeah.
Fantastic. We even have Bono's added line after the "Well, tonight found out it's them instead of you," which apparently he's always had a problem with, and he like absolutely hates that he had to sing that line, and
Yeah.
like I've seen like footage, he got like so upset about it, and it's like, why isn't that like the point of the song? Isn't that like the message you're trying to get across? Like
Mm,
you're not actually saying that, Bono. Like,
I know.
calm down. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
such a crybaby about the original that he adds an extra little line on, which I can't even remember what he says. But I think on this mix, it's quite jarring, isn't it? Because doesn't it play like his original
Yeah.
1984 line where he still had the
Mm,
vocal abilities, and then you just hear this kind of croaky
yeah. Yeah.
modern Bono singing the other one, and you're like, oh fuck, you know.
But like the lyrics on this song are actually quite a bit. They're a bit problematic, aren't they? Like with the sort of like the clanging chimes of doom and all that sort of stuff. I know that's a lyric from the original, but it's like why did you need to? Why did you? The only bells they'll hear is the clanging chimes of doom. It's like, all right, that's a bit aggressive. Like,
I think again, sometimes when you're talking, you got to think like, you know, am I fully qualified to really get into this? But
mm,
I think this song and this whole kind of band aid movement probably done more harm for Africa than good, to be honest.
yeah,
Because the vision that I've had in my head of Africa for years has been purely based off these
yeah,
charities
yeah, yeah.
and these adverts you'd see on the TV where like fucking, you know what I mean? It's just this dry Sahara with like huts and
Yeah,
stuff, and
I mean, I'm fully aware that that part of
yeah,
Africa
that definitely
exists.
exists. Yeah,
Yeah, but like you said, it's just been hammered into you so much, hasn't it? That it's like
yeah,
it's become sort of like I don't know what the word is, but you've just become sort of like you've got a very clear stereotype in your mind now, haven't you? Because this song is so
yeah.
stereotyping.
And you got Bobby Geldof going, "The fucking Africans are starving. Give us some money. You can't."
Yeah,
I can't stand him. He infuriates me with
oh,
a
he's
burning passion. Him.
he's
That's what I mean. Like, you know, it's a song with a poignant message, and you know it's trying to do good. And the original anyway. You know, you know it was great. You know, there's Sting, there's Bono, there's bloody Boy George.
mm,
They're all there. It's actually quite a good song. I do quite like it.
yeah. It's just it's only the lyrics I have an issue with.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
the
But
actual song.
this modern version is just like, you know, it takes ages to get into it, and it's like all sad with this, you know, sad piano. It's really trendy these days, and it's like, it's Christmas time,
Yeah.
we let in light banish shade. And it's just like, oh
Takes
my
forever to
god,
get
this
going,
is
doesn't it?
miserable. Like fucking, the whole point of it was it was a catchy, fun song
Mm,
that kind of hit you with the lyrics, like
yeah,
you said, hits you a bit. It's like, oh shit, oh I better post a fiver over for Africa.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like this version is just like. This is just so pretentious and like up your arse, and it's like, look at what I've done. I've had Ed Sheeran, I've had Bono, I've
Mm.
had One Direction on this fucking song. Don't know why I'm
Yeah,
giving him a posh voice, and he's like, you know, it's like Bob Geldof, just fuck off, mate.
yeah. We are a bit. We've had enough of you now. Like you've done whatever you set
Yeah.
out to do. Just leave us in peace now.
Other things about this remix as well. There's a rapping bit in it
Yeah.
towards the end,
Yeah. Yeah.
and a spoken part from deceased Bowie, which you know he wasn't alive to give his permission to
Yeah.
use on this song. So that's amazing. It's just amazing. Hats on the backs to all of you. You bunch of cunts.
I have very little to say about this.
You know what I mean? They must have finished recording the song and they're like, right, okay, get in the plane, we're off to Epstein's Island now.
Yeah. B Diddy's flying us out there.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, they've tried, haven't they? They've tried to update it for a modern audience, but in updating it, they have somehow managed to make it sound more dated than the original 1984 version for me.
Yeah.
Obviously, the beat sounds like something straight out of the 80s. You've got like the female chorus vocals. Is it? I don't know who it is. It sounds like the Sugar Babes. That's all I could think of.
Yeah, I couldn't
Like
tell.
it sounds so 2000s. Bono's then doing his best 90s voice. So it's just like, yeah, it sounds decades out of date, and it's only just come out. So
Yeah.
it's not a good look, really. But maybe that was the point. Maybe that's what they were going for. Maybe they were going for a sort of transition through the decades up to, But
Yeah, it feels like that, yeah.
but I never want to hear this again.
No, I
Never.
don't think anyone ever will. I think they're trying to create a bit of a buzz about it. It feels like they kind of left it too late. They
Yeah.
wanted to do a 40th anniversary. They wanted to bring in all the current artists of today, and they ran out of time. And they were like, "Oh shit! Well, let's just do a remix."
Yeah.
I've always thought, to be honest, remixes are kind of like lazy.
Yeah.
Not remixes themselves, but when things are released as like a remix or like a B-side to a single's a remix, and just like, oh, that's a bit fucking lazy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so yeah, this is just, again, it's the end of the year, Christmas. Fucking, oh, it's the 40th anniversary. I'll just fucking shit this out and put it out in the world to get a bit of a stir up. Whatever.
And
Rubbish.
One more thing I will add is Ed Sheeran, fuck off.
Yeah.
Leave me in peace. I've had enough. I've listened to enough of you to last me multiple lifetimes on the podcast now. So, thank you and good night. Bye, Ed. Bye.
Ed Sheeran is the guy that did like a sleep out. Them people who do like sleep outs to like raise awareness and that.
Yeah.
And the only reason he did that is so he can tell girls that he did it.
And to post it on his social
And
media.
to post it.
Yeah.
And I can see it now. It's like a selfie of him and like all wrapped up in his sleeping bag, and he's got the hood over his head and the tent in the background. He's like, tough night tonight, guys, but it's all for a good cause.
All for a good cause, yeah. Yeah, defo, absolutely.
He's like, I'll definitely be needing a sausage roll from Greg's after this.
Way.
Banter.
Oh.
We've done it. They're the worst songs. I think we need a slight little pick-me-up before we wrap this up, don't we?
Yeah.
So, do you just want to roll off super quickly without really going too much into it? What are some of your favourite Christmas songs?
Right, so I'm going to be super basic here now. This is me going into basic bitch mode.
We'll probably have matches here.
Yeah, the Pogues is the one, isn't it?
100%. Like, it's one of them where it's like, I don't care if like, as you said, if it's basic. Like, that is just genuinely a brilliant song. It's got that like melancholy.
Yeah.
I love the bit where it's like, like, you took my dreams from me.
Yeah.
I could have been someone. Well, so could anyone.
This is one of them rare moments where the stars align and something that is incredibly popular and mainstream is justified, and it's there's a reason this song stood the test of time.
It comes on and it even fills you up with enough Christmas spirit. It's like, you know what? I will stand up with Lad Baby and Ed Sheeran, and I will sing along with.
I will sing, I want to sing it because it's such a great melody, and I also don't care how many times. My dad tells me that Kirsty MacColl died in a freak speedboat accident.
I didn't know that until only a couple of years ago, and it wasn't. It was it was someone from work who told me, but it was the same thing every time it came on the radio. He said it again and again and again.
That's it. Like it's become a bit of a meme on the internet now, hasn't it? But
that is fucking horrible. Like, by the way, terrible.
Yeah.
Really sad.
Similar thing happened to Jeff Buckley as well. It's not good, but this song is great, isn't it? Like, we both agree. We were always gonna steer clear of putting this song on this list, weren't we?
Yeah.
Doesn't deserve to be anywhere near these abominations.
No.
Other songs that I quite like. I quite like the Darkness Christmas song.
Oh, I love that Darkness Christmas song. Yeah,
it's really good.
That is a great one. Yeah.
As far as songs that I think are Wham! Last Christmas isn't terrible.
Well, I was gonna use that as the wild card. I was gonna throw that out. Yeah, I've got to be honest. Like, I fucking love Wham's Last Christmas.
Yeah, I don't.
Like, I've always loved, like, when you be round at, like, the family be round and the Christmas CD would come on and you would Step Into Christmas and you'd be like, oh, and then the Wombles song would come on and your dad would be like, oh, the Wombles. And you're like, oh, fucking hell, Dad. Oh. But then, like, this one would come on, and, like, people would be like, whatever. And I'd sit there and be like, oh, yeah, get in. This is a good song. I
Yeah,
liked it. Again, it's like it's melancholic. It's right up my fucking alley with that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Like, yeah, it's just like the melodies, and they're like do 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 do,
yeah,
and I love that, like, once bitten, twice shy.
yeah.
It's just all around a
Yeah,
great song. Yeah,
it's a very pleasant listen, isn't it? Yeah, it's a very nice, easy, pleasant listen. Give it a W.
yeah. To be honest, that's pretty much all I've got for the best ones. I
Yeah, I
don't know
agree.
if you get
I
anything
agree.
other than that, like, and maybe some others. Most Christmas songs are just tolerable, aren't
Yeah,
they?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, oh, whatever. It's Christmas, yeah. Slade's. It's
Yeah,
Christmas.
it's like, oh, this
That's
again.
something that baby will scream out in the pub.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, yeah, it is.
He'll walk through the doors and
Yeah,
go. He's got his Christmas hat on, but it's that one with like the spring and the
yeah,
bobble thing at the
yeah.
top. He's got his jumper on. He'll swing them doors open and go, "It's Christmas!"
Yeah,
And
it's a
you're
bit.
like,
Yeah.
"Oh, who invited
Oh,
them?"
here he
Oh,
comes again, and he's straight up the bar. He's straight up the bar buying a tray of tequila rolls that nobody asked for, and he's got his Merry Christmas, you filthy animal jumper on there, which has got some mince pie stains on it now because he hasn't washed it. There he comes. Ed's just behind him, like Ed's behind him with his hands on his shoulders, doing the sort of overly aggressive
yeah,
shaking, like,
yeah.
come Ed, lad.
Go ahead, lad. It's Christmas. Go on.
Yeah,
We were definitely targeted a certain demographic of people in this episode. We've upset lads. We've upset boomers.
we've upset the Womble
We've
community
upset the Womble community.
wherever they are.
Wherever they are, probably in Wombleland.
We've also upset someone of very high standing in the music world and all of her fans,
Oh yeah,
who probably won't listen to this, thank God.
yeah. No, I doubt it. But yeah, that's it. Merry Christmas, one and all.
Fucking humbug.
Yeah, that's it.
Hate Christmas now.
The thing is we're recording this in November, so it's like, if part of me does feel a bit dirty with this, but I feel a little less optimistic about coming into December now after all this. I'm a bit like, oh no, these songs are coming my way. This isn't going to be the last. The thing is with this podcast, when we've done worse lists in the past, is the good thing is once you've finished recording, you're going, I'm never going to have to listen to that song again.
Yeah.
But
But you are.
this is coming. This is like like getting set up for it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, yep, let's prepare ourselves. Here we go.
If I ever hear that Wombles song coming over the speakers when I'm out shopping, I will allow myself a little giggle and a little smile to myself.
I'll do deeper digging into the Wombling community, like the little badger creatures that they are.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, this has been the John's Jam Sessions podcast. Thanks for listening all the way through. Please follow us on Spotify. If you want to give me a Christmas present, then please rate the podcast 5 stars. That really helps us. Follow us on all our social medias. And I don't know how to kind of end this, really, because this might be the last episode we're doing this year.
Mm-hmm.
If we can get another one in, or at least I can just get a bit of an end of the year wrap up in before the end of the year will. But after that, we will be going on a bit of a hiatus, like most podcast channels do around January, because apparently it's a very dry, empty kind of month for kind of getting listeners in or anything like that. Everyone's just coming back to where they're a bit fed up. So, but there's a pretty big backlog of previous episodes we've got now. So if anyone wants to have a nice little dig through, and we'll kind of cap this off as season 1 of the podcast, and we will be back, don't you worry, we will be back. We'll just be doing a few little bits of fine tuning and just getting things ready, and we'll be hitting you again with all sorts. We've got loads planned. We're going to be going through the Disturbed albums, aren't we?
Oh, God. Oh, are we?
We're going to be covering more positive things, although, to be fair, and I look at the stats, I know you all like it when we're negative. I know you like the worst stuff more, so don't you worry, there's plenty of that. But we also want to get in some positive stuff as well. I want to do great songs by artists I'm not fans of. That's one in the pipeline. Album reviews, loads and loads and loads. So from me, from Mike, I'd like to wish you all a very Wombling Merry Christmas.
Yes, absolutely, and a Happy New Year.
No, yeah. I'll see you later, you filthy animals.